process of serving an eviction order, so can you clear the driveway, please?
It's not fair, Dash.
Oh, no, Sam.
3 generations we've been here, for what?
Yeah, that's right. I'm asking you, bloody parasite.
Hey, Sam, come on,
settle down. It's throwing us out of our home.
And this isn't going to prove anything. Sure as hell make me feel better.
Why don't you go into the house and make sure you've got everything? Don't leave anything for the bank. I'll look after your mum.
I'll put that in my ute, boys.
You buggered, Grandad. Look, that's ours.
It belonged to your grandmother.
Yeah, and she gave it to Mum and Dad for their 20th anniversary. Isn't that right, Mum?
Mum.
All right, I forgot.
Stingy old sod. Look, that's going in our trailer.
Hey, how are you coping, Mrs. Chalmers?
How do you sleep at night, Hennessy?
Nobody enjoys this sort of thing, okay?
Bloody Banks. Give you an umbrella when the sun's out, take it away when it rains.
Hey, you can't take that.
Yeah? Who's going to stop me? I made it with my own 2 hands.
Give it to me. It's bank property.
Put your hands off me! Just keep away from me! What's going on?
Little...
He groped me. I want him charged. I'm not kidding. I want him charged with sexual assault.
Charged with assault, it should be you.
Scumbag, Hennessy.
It was self-defense.
I'm gonna thump you,
Mr. Evans, pipe down, all of you. Jock, what are you doing here?
I wish I knew.
Mr. Hennessy's here in relation to an indecent assault.
Indecent? I was preventing the theft of bank property, actually.
Our property.
Not anymore.
Scone you,
You're
pal.
quiet!
Senior, can you shed any light on
No, I can't, but Constable McKinley said she saw the incident.
Constable?
Well, I didn't actually see the incident, but Sam told me what happened and
Cock and bull story is what she told me.
All right. Show Mr. Hennessy into the interview room.
Sir, that room there.
Miss Chalmers, my office, thanks.
This way, Sam.
Would you do the honours, please, Senior?
Yeah, rightio, and there you go, come on.
I'll come with you, Sam.
Sit down there.
You saw what happened, did you, Mr...
Evans. Jerry Evans, Sam's boyfriend. Well, I wasn't there, but Sam told me all about it. If you ask me, that guy should be
Well, I'm afraid, unless you actually witnessed the incident, I'm going to have to ask you to wait out here. Thank you. I'm sure Constable McKinley can organise some refreshments.
Now, we'll be right. Why don't you take yourself off to the pub?
You quite sure?
Oh, Mrs. Chalmers, if you'd like to sit down.
Yeah, off you go, Harry. I'll look after her, mate.
I informed her that all the fixtures of the house remain the property of the bank.
Fixtures?
Sam wanted to take one of the doors.
She kept unscrewing the hinges. Well, I asked her to give me the screwdriver, but she refused, didn't she? So I tried to take it from her, and she screams blue murder.
Did you grab her?
Yes, but not like that. Tom, it's a put-up job. She just wants to embarrass me.
Are you sure you weren't feeling a little embarrassed already?
Meaning?
Well, some might say that the Chalmers were making you look bad.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, the banks are bastards. Did anyone happen to mention that they are 12 months in arrears? What was I supposed to do?
Well, there were police officers outside. You could have come and got one of us.
Well, if I realised she was going to cry rape, I would have. But, hey, look, she slapped me. If anyone should be in strife, it's her.
The old perv grabbed at my boobs.
Why were you unscrewing the hinges on the door?
Because it's mine. I want to take it with me.
Well, a door is usually considered a fixture. That's the way Mr. Hennessy would have looked at it.
The doors might have been part of the house, but my dad and I made the LED lights in them. It took days. The bank got everything else. I was damned if they were going to get our window, too.
All right, tell me what happened immediately before this alleged assault.
There's nothing to tell. We were arguing about the door, and then the sleazy bastard went the grope.
Why would Hennessy grab you with people coming and going through the house?
Oh, don't ask me. Ask the old perv himself.
He denies the allegation.
Yeah, he would.
He says he was trying to get the screwdriver off you.
I was only doing what Dash told me to.
What's Constable McKinley got to do with all this?
Well, she told me to make sure I had everything out of the house and not to leave anything to the bank. No, I understand. OK, thanks very much for your help. Bye. Well, the Salvos don't have anything, but Ingrid has given me some numbers. Look, are you sure you don't want to stay out at Mum? She's got plenty of room. Mrs. Chalmers?
Oh, sorry. No, I really couldn't impose. Besides, it's important we stay in town if we're going to find work.
OK, well, I'm sure she won't be much longer. It's just sometimes these things take time.
As long as that bastard gets hers.
We don't really know what happened.
Sam says he groped her. That's all I need to know.
Sam gets carried away sometimes.
Her father's daughter.
Yeah. Act first, think later. Ray had such faith in the farm and in us. The sensible thing would have been to have walked away 2 years ago. But not Ray. Oh, no, he went to the bank for another loan.
Which you haven't been able to pay back?
But it was the bank's fault in the first place. They put us onto the original loan in the 80s. If it hadn't been for their advice, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Mind waiting out here, please, Miss Chalmers. Constable McKinley.
You want me to type up a charge sheet?
Just come in, would you, please? Just so we're absolutely clear, did you actually see Jock Hennessy put his hand on Sam?
No, not exactly, but I saw her push his hand down like he'd been trying to feel her up.
Were there any other witnesses?
No, I said that.
Then why are they here, McKinley?
Because I've known Sam since we were kids and I'd vouch for her over that creep any day.
I'm sure you would. I'm also sure that Jock Hennessy could find 100 character witnesses as well. But what the court's interested in is facts, and you don't have any. Look, if she's convinced it's deliberate, she can pursue it through the civil courts.
With what? They're flat broke.
We all feel bad about what's happened to the Chalmers, but without corroborating witnesses,
We do
there's
nothing.
No. I'm going to do what should have been done at the start.
Compromised with him.
Miss Chalmers.
No way.
Miss Chalmers, you could still be charged with assault.
And she should be.
You sure you want this all over the front page of the Gazette?
It sounds good to me. Just hit me with
You
the cuffs.
couldn't afford the fine. Mr. Hennessy, are you sure that you didn't accidentally touch Miss Chalmers on the breast?
Well, I suppose it's possible. If my hand accidentally slipped, I apologise.
Miss Chalmers?
Yeah, right, I accept his apology, but the door's mine.
Fixture.
Not if somebody unscrews it.
Hold on. Now, look, as I understand it, the point at issue is not the door, but the stained glass in the door.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, do you think you could replace the window with plain glass and let Miss Chalmers have the lead light?
I think we could live with that.
Is that acceptable to you, Miss Chalmers?
Yeah, suppose so.
Good. Then let's consider the matter settled. You see, McKinley? That's how it's done.
Ask me, Hennessy got off lightly.
Shouldn't you be collecting the lunches?
Jerry told us we might find you here enjoying yourself.
Oh, Sam, it's been a rough day for all of us.
Hey, Chris, can
A man's entitled to a quiet drink.
well, I'm glad you can afford it.
Len,
What's
can you
that?
just check with Jean to see if the
what?
lunch is ready?
Don't try and hide that from me. Give me that. Sam, stop it. That's enough. Oh, nice one, Grandad.
Give it back. Make her give it back.
So you're getting a nice warm room while your daughter and granddaughter on the bones of their bum.
I tried to get them a room
I'd
too.
sooner sleep on a park bench.
Well, please yourself. I was only trying to help.
Help? How? You've never lifted a bloody finger on the farm, never paid any board.
Now, Sam, your granddad tried to warn your father about the loan, but he wouldn't listen.
Because it gave us a chance to stay on the farm, because he cared about more than just money.
Oh, I've had this up to it.
Now, just let me talk to
I
him.
wouldn't waste my bloody breath.
Look, Sam, I know he's a difficult man, but he is family, and we've got to
Stick together, yeah, I know. He used to work for the bank, did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Well, he did. No wonder he's such a miserable old bastard.
Don't you think we should at least take him up on his offer of a room for the night?
You can if you want to.
So where are you going to sleep?
Does it matter?
It doesn't sound like the Sam I know.
The one with a home and a future, you mean?
You know better than anyone. If you don't fight, you lose.
So it's a farm.
Not just a farm, an opportunity to restore something to its former glory.
So it's a rundown farm.
Space for a future family.
So it's a large rundown farm.
A well-maintained dwelling, many original features, broad acres on an attractive rural surrounding.
Broad acres. Well, I want about 10, Celia.
Subdivide.
Oh, well, I'd love to do that, but I don't think I can afford it.
You might be surprised. What if I said the words mortgagees auction?
Mortgages. Not the Chalmers place.
Nick, it was meant.
Mount Thomas Police, Senior Detective Hasham speaking. Robbie, how are you, mate? Well, Maggie's here. You want to speak to her? Aha, Dash. No, well, Dash isn't here. I'm sorry. Right, I'll pass it on. How's Robbie?
Yes, I heard.
I'm going to speak to Dash.
Who wants to speak to Dash? Robbie.
Yes, he said there was nothing on the box tonight and wanted to know if he should rent a video.
Oh, good. I'll give him a call.
You two watch a lot of videos together, do you?
Twice a night, usually.
So that's how much, hey?
Yep. Look, I'll be in touch.
Have you seen the Chalmers?
Yeah, I just left them at the pub.
I'll just run a few checks. There are several current warrants on Harry Quinn for outstanding parking fines.
Oh, please, can I pick him up?
He's just been evicted from his home. This is hardly a cause for rejoicing.
Well, it couldn't happen to a nicer bloke.
Really? I'll take Cooper with you.
Was that necessary? Well, you more or less asked Ash if she was sleeping with Robbie.
Well, she more or less told me she was.
Look, PJ, they're getting on really well. They might actually be good for each other.
Fine.
Fine.
Is she aware of his history?
They're taking precautions.
That's not what I meant, Max.
Look, PJ, she's actually willing to give him a fair go, which is a lot more than I can say for some people around here.
Haven't you people got anything better to do than harass a poor homeless
Warrant says you
pensioner?
owe $200. Are you going to pay or not?
Not bloody likely.
Boss, Mr. Quinn prefers to spend a day in St David's lockup to paying his fines.
Can't we arrange some sort of payment schedule?
I could win tats tomorrow, I wouldn't pay up.
There's nothing nice about a day in jail, Mr. Quinn.
Do your worst, girlie. I wouldn't give a cent to you money-hungry bastards.
Senior Constable, another for the cells.
Come on, mate, through there, quick as you can. Chop, chop. Come on.
Boss. It sounds like a disturbance in the Memorial Park, Edna Skinner thinks it's the end of life as we know it.
Rightio. McKinley, Cooper, on your way.
Hi. I decided to take your advice and fight the bastards. We're not moving from this spot until the bank gives us back our farm.
Here we go.
What's up, Hennessy? No more families to chuck out of their homes today.
My customers told me you were here. I thought I should come have a look for myself. Hey, now come on, what's this? This is personal abuse.
Nothing compared to what you had.
What do we want?
Justice!
And when do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
And when do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
Could you please ask these people to disperse?
Boss, they haven't done anything wrong.
When do we want it?
I've got people coming into the bank abusing me. They're a public nuisance.
Or a nuisance to the bank.
All
isn't
right,
that
all
what-
right, leave it to me. Mary, Sam, look, I really sympathise with your situation, I really do. But this isn't going to solve anything. We'll give you all the help we can legally to relocate.
We don't want charity, Sergeant Croyd.
What do you want?
We want everybody to really understand what's happened to us and thousands like us all over this country. And this is as good a place as any to make the point.
Yes, well, I think you've made it, so now it's time to move on.
You'll have to move us.
Really.
Planning on doing that, are you, Tom?
Not now, Tony.
Now tell us what's going on, Miss Chalmers.
This morning we were thrown off our farm by Mr. Hennessy and his
You gonna
colleagues.
stop them or what?
Boss, I know what Sam's like. She's not going to go without a fight.
They can't stay there indefinitely.
No, I know that. But if we let them have their protest, they might move quietly later on.
All right, Nicky.
Tom? Well,
Look, I'm sure you don't want a confrontation. As long as they don't breach the peace, they can stay here. But McKinley, you come with me. Stay put and keep an eye on things.
Yeah, right.
Dad died 2 years ago in a tractor accident. If you ask me, Vic Bank helped kill him.
Can I quote you on that?
Yep, you go right ahead.
Can't say there. Mr. Hennessy, can I get a quote from you, perhaps?
Oh, get stuffed.
As the protest continues,
Oh, shush
local
yourself.
Big Bank
Turn that
manager
rubbish
Jock
off and work
Hennessy
your brain.
refused to comment. Meanwhile, a prominent Melbourne consumer advocate has come out in support of the Chalmers family.
Well, the Chalmers sound like they're stirring the possum a bit.
Bloody media, they're ratbags. I mean, they turn people into heroes one day, the next they're burning at the stake.
Oh, it's pretty hard not to sympathise with them, though.
Well, nobody put a gun to their heads and told them to get the loan, did they?
Oh, come on, Nick. It's not just Sam and a family. Every year, hard-working families are hurting, and every year the bank chalks up bigger and bigger profits.
This may come as a surprise to you, McKinley, but banks are supposed to make profits.
Councillor O'Malley. Well, Sergeant Croydon isn't in right now, but I will definitely pass that on. Thank you. Bye-bye. Councillor O'Malley would like to know when you're planning on doing something about the Memorial Park.
Oh, it didn't take Jock Hennessy long to get the big guns.
Mr. Hennessy.
Jock, what's up?
Well, Tom, still say the peace hasn't been breached?
Come on.
got nothing to do with us.
How can you be sure? It's obviously somebody passing comment on the bank's policies.
Well, look around. We've hit a nerve. We can't be held responsible for every single thing that happens.
Sam, do you know if anybody's left the park since you got here?
No.
So you've got no idea who vandalised Mr. Hennessy's car, is that right?
Yep, no idea.
If I'd known something like this was going to happen, I never would have gone along with it.
Mary, do you have any idea who might have damaged the car?
It could have been anyone. That's the problem with situations like these. Things get out of hand so easily.
Could have been Sam.
No, of course not.
Look, I think I've been more than patient. Now I'm putting my foot down. The council's asked you to leave, now I'm asking. Kindly pack up your things and disperse.
We're not going anywhere. Are we?
No bloody way.
Sam?
You have until the end of the day to move on. If you're still here, then you'll be charged with trespassing.
You'll have to arrest us first.
Guys, that's great. That's perfect. Can you get them in? And give us a defiant look. You get that?
Tony, just remember, there are charges relating to incitement. You've got till the end of the day. Buckling under? I'd be very careful if I were you.
What would you call it?
It's called law enforcement, McKinley. Remember that? It's what you were trained in. It's what you're paid for.
Sometimes you've got to make a stand.
Not when you're wearing that uniform, you don't.
Boss, the Chalmers are right. You know they're right.
Whether they're right or not is irrelevant.
You can't bring yourself to say it, can you? Look, I'll make you a deal.
I'm your sergeant, McKinley. You do not make deals with me.
Now, all right, but if you can stand there and say that they're wrong, I'll go out there and shut up.
You're not listening, are you? What I think, what you think, doesn't matter. You can't defy the law and remain a member of the police force. If you want to help the Chalmers, you're going to have to be more creative about it.
Creative?
Yes.
I knew you couldn't say it.
Oh, get out of here.
Any joy fingerprints?
Ah, it's always going to be a long shot, that one,
Same story with the door knock. No one saw any protesters around Hennessy's car.
That's an old paper tidy, isn't it?
Yeah, what do you reckon?
It's very cute.
Saw it amongst the Charmer stuff and I thought I'd buy it.
Oh,
Sam-
gosh, I wouldn't have bought anything off them.
Oh, well, Sam offered to sell it to me. She said it'd help him out, so I thought I would. It's all right, isn't it?
An auction.
What?
You've seen all the stuff in Sam and Mary's trailer. It's got to be worth good money. I can talk to Sam about selling it.
It's hardly going to be enough to get them out of debt.
No, but it'd be enough to start a fighting fund. They can get themselves a lawyer and take on the bank.
Got any idea how much a lawyer would cost?
Well, it's worth a try.
Just when were you planning to hold this auction?
Today?
We're on duty.
But there's a park full of buyers out there.
We're supposed to be trying to clear the park, not cram a few more people into it.
You want me to be creative.
This isn't what I meant. All right. If it's going to get the Chalmers out of the park.
You won't regret this.
Oh, yeah. You know, the day I bought my place, the auctioneer kept taking bids from behind me. I turned round and found I'd been bidding against a Cecil Brunner.
Well, who's he?
Cecil Brunner is a rosebush, McKinley.
Boss, good idea. Well, we can push up the prices with Cecil Brunners.
As long as they're not wearing police uniforms.
So what do you reckon about those blokes?
No idea.
City antique dealers.
Better word on Nick. You sure about that?
Wouldn't be surprised. They're always scouting around the bush for bargains, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's make them pay then, eh?
Yeah.
He's on. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get the show underway. Now, for those of you who don't know, today's auction is in aid of the Chalmers family who've lost their farm just recently. So, dig deep. It's for a very good cause. Without any further ado, we'll get on with the auction. And the first item is a beautiful jug and bowl. Lovely chooks on them. Peacocks all over the jug and the bowl. The jug's got a few little chips in it, but that adds character. They're priceless, so he'll start me off in the jug and the bowl. Any bidders? He'll start me off. God, the chips aren't that big. It's for a good cause.
$30.
$30. $30 from the underpaid and undervalued Dash McKinley. Come on, $13. We can do better than that, surely.
40.
$40. 40. I got bid at 40. The gentleman in the suits over there, you interested? No? Not interested?
50.
$50.
60.
$60. This is more like it. 65. I'll take $5 increases. Anybody?
65.
65. Thank you very much, the courageous McKinley. 65. Tim's, is that a bid?
No.
You want to be careful, son. So it's 65. $65. Anybody? 65. 65. 65 once. 65 twice. Sold to the very enthusiastic and happy Dash McKinley. Excuse me, madam, will that be cash or cheque?
Cash. Adam?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we come to the final item to be auctioned, and it's a beautiful 24-hour grandfather chime clock. And you'd have to say we've saved the best to last.
Not the clock.
It's truly magnificent.
It'll bring as
piece,
much
which I'm
money
sure
as the rest of this
you'll
stuff combined.
proudly
But it was
in
Mum's.
any home.
Can't.
So
What
who'll
good
start
is
me
a
off with grandfather
grandfather
clock?
clock if you haven't got any? 500.
500, 550, thank you very much, Carla. 550, do I hear 600? 600 on you, 600, back to you. 650, 650, we're after 700 now, $700. A night's profit's just been bid by our favourite local publican.
I wish.
Are you out at 7? Right, we're looking for 750, gentlemen in the suits? No, 750, all right, 7... Yes, thank you, 750, that distinguished gentleman there.
No, that's not a bid.
Yes. 750. Yes,
I'm out.
You're out.
thanks
Okay.
a lot.
Out at 750. 750. We're after 800.
Come
on, gentlemen. Are you interested? 750. Going for 800. It's a bargain,
Come
ladies
on.
and gentlemen.
Hey,
It's
what's Jock talking to the antique dealers
$750.
for?
Come on. Going once.
Sure that's what they are?
Twice.
Yeah, well, that's what Tony.
Going. $750. Oh, that clock's found a new owner. It's Thomas Croydon of the Constabulary of Mount Thomas. Thank you very much. It's all right, mate. Pleasure.
Will that be cash?
No, I'm going to have to give you a personal check if that's all right. No, make this up to you, Mary.
Yes, thanks. All right, watch the top there.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Watch the top.
All right, hop out of the way. I'll just move this table. You go here.
Don't on me bitches, look at that. It suits the hallway.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know how I ended up with a damn thing.
Well, you know, I tried to get those antique buyers interested, but they just wouldn't buy.
Actually, they weren't antique dealers. They were from the bank.
Tony Tim
No, they were
said
there just to make sure that we didn't sell off anything that belonged to them.
and we were bidding everything up.
Well, we made $3,000.
Yeah, $750 of it was mine. And the damn thing's locked.
Oh well, Sam and Mary will have a key, won't
Yeah, I hope so. It's not much use if I can't wind it, is it?
they? All right, Roo.
Okay, see you later. 750 reasons to be happy.
Yeah. Rub it in, why don't you?
I just wanted to say thank you for your support because I appreciated it.
As long as it gets your friends out of my hair.
You got to admit, we make a pretty good team, you know. Come on.
What do you want, a tip?
Oh, for...
Good night, McKinley.
Night, boss.
What if I said the words mortgagees auction? A well-maintained dwelling, many original features, broad acres on an attractive rural surround.
Oh, boss, can you sign these, please?
Morning.
G'day. Oh, this damn pen today.
Here, use this.
Hey, me. I am a maestro with pens.
Morning, all. Oh, Cooper, did you manage to talk to Mary Chalmers for me?
Yeah, I did, boss, but she doesn't have the key, I'm sorry.
Wait, I need a paperclip. Paperclip, anybody? Paperclip?
Oh, Nick might have one. What's this?
What are you going through my desk for, you cheeky sod?
What is this?
It's a once-only opportunity.
It's a mortgagees auction.
Indeed it is.
The Chalmers farm.
Yep. Well, Silly Donald's idea, not mine.
And what, she told you could snap it up nice and cheap?
Well, did enter the conversation, yeah.
So you're just going to buy it out from under them, eh?
Maybe.
Here we go. That's the problem here, boss. Ballpoint won't come down. This note's full of paint.
Paint? What colour?
It's red.
Like Hennessy's car.
What have you been up to, boss?
Hang on a minute. This isn't my pen. This is the one that Sam Chalmers lent me yesterday. Didn't work then either. Do you deny lending me this pen?
No, of course I don't.
And it belongs to you?
Yeah, it belongs to me.
But you didn't use it to scratch the decal on Mr. Hennessy's car?
How many times do I have to tell you?
Then how do you explain this paint residue we found in the barrel of the pen?
I can't.
Did you lend it to anyone else? I'm waiting for an answer.
I don't have anything more to say.
Very well, Miss Chalmers. In that case, I have no choice but to charge you with causing criminal damage.
Mount Thomas Police, Senior Constable Schultz speak.
Jerry,
Vito, how are
thank
you?
goodness you're here. They think Sam was responsible for the damage to that car.
But why would they think a thing like that?
Oh, I don't know. Something about a pen she lent the sergeant.
This way, police.
Okay, matey, thank you.
Sam,
Hi, Jerry.
what's going on?
Miss Chalmers has been charged and bailed.
Oh, no.
Well, she didn't have anything to do with it.
Boss, it was forensic. Vito says the paint found in the pen is a match to the Hennessy's Duco.
She doesn't have anything to do with it because it was me.
About bloody time. You know how long they've been grilling me in there?
What are you doing in here, Wolfie? Hey? What you doing? Yeah, good boy.
Right, okay, we'll be right over. Hey, that was Sergeant Croydon. He reckons his house has been knocked over.
Really? So, boss, what's missing?
Nothing, as far as I can tell.
Well, then why do you think you're burgled?
Because Digger was shut in the bedroom. Look, I reckon somebody's come in through the window, Digger's heard him, gone in to have a look, and they've shut him in.
The bedroom window wasn't locked?
Well, sometimes the catch doesn't quite... It's an old house.
Boss, they didn't take anything.
I can't explain that. Perhaps they were disturbed. What?
Well, are you sure you just didn't leave Digger in the bedroom yourself?
I'm not quite ready for the old sergeant's home.
Well, there are partial prints on the outside of the window, so why don't I send them off and see what I come up with?
Yeah, why don't you?
Have you had a look at the rates on this place?
What about the rate? Well, they'd be normal, wouldn't they?
Oh, I don't know, but I mean, look, you've got to check this stuff out. It all adds up.
Well, how would you know this?
I own land.
Oh, you and your
Yeah, I
land.
just
Yours
can't
got a house on it.
believe you're doing it, Shit.
Ah, well, you know, all's fair in love, war and real estate.
Yeah,
Dad.
so we go and put this
Here's the
hard
little-
work in us for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, they're a bit desperate.
The Chalmers
I'm
are a bit
taking
desperate.
advantage of them, that's all.
Hello, Dash. Hello, boys.
Hello, Mrs. Chalmers, Sam. The new outfit?
Yes, Sam bought it for me. Do you like it?
Yes,
Come on, Mum,
lovely.
it's getting
Must have
late.
been desperate for new clothes.
The nights are pup, as your father used
Mum?
to say. Do you know, I haven't had a meal like that since I was engaged.
You've been out for a bite, have you? Lovely.
Into the copper
The
pot.
copper pot. Yeah.
Can't tell you how much it costs.
Bet
I think
you
we should go
can.
up now, Mum.
Oh, is everything all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Glad you had a nice night. I tell you what, it's heartbreaking, isn't it? Mount Thomas homeless, they do it tough, don't they? Don't you think? Well, I feel violated, Dash McKinley.
Oh, you feel violated.
I do.
You're going to buy their farm.
Why not? Your mates obviously don't want it.
I mean, he's right, Dash. It's a bit weird. I mean, we put ourselves out so they can get their farm back, and they're treating
I'm
themselves...
sorry, who put themselves out? What did you buy?
Until you pay me back half a bowl and a jug.
Oh, well, next time Sam wants to spend money, I'll make sure she gets your permission
That's
first.
not what I meant, Dash.
I'm not telling him.
No, I'm not scared of him.
Okay.
You coming?
And here I was worrying about premature senility.
It's confirmation that the partial prints outside your window weren't yours, that's all. It's not definite proof of a burglary.
It's definite proof that somebody opened it and climbed through. What other explanation is there?
Well, it could be innocent. Have you had any visitors lately?
Visitors?
Yeah, actually, they could have left something behind. They've just come back to get it.
The only visitors I've had lately have been McKinley, Schultz and Cooper, and all they left behind was that clock. Oh, the back seems solid enough.
Boss, I thought you said this was locked.
Hey, look at this.
Well, what is it?
It's a false bottle. It's big enough to hide something valuable. Too right. And someone with a key has come to retrieve it. One of the Chalmers?
Oh, it was a daylight burglary. Maybe someone from next door seen someone hanging around.
Why'd you knock on a couple of doors?
Righty-ho. Thanks for your help, mate.
So, Nick, the Chalmers farm isn't quite the investment opportunity you bargained for, mate.
No. It's only a clapped-out dust bowl. Re-roofing, salinisation problem, re-fencing, re-stumping, the whole lot's got to be done.
Well, maybe Sam and Mary didn't know.
Oh, come on, everyone knew except me.
Oh, what, you're saying they deliberately didn't pay off their loans so the bank would force them off a worthless piece of land?
Well, you're telling a very interesting story there, Dash.
It doesn't fit, because it's not Sam.
Face it, Dash, they were never going to use that $3,000 for a fighting fund.
I mean, basically, we've been conned.
No,
and
there's an
speaking of
explanation.
cons, Celia Donald.
Nick, I was wondering whether you had a chance to look at the Chalmers property yet.
Oh, yes, Celia, I've had a very close look, haven't I, mate?
Oh, now, come on, be fair. I did say potential.
Yes, potential's right. The Chalmers saw the potential. They made it somebody else's problem.
Oh, well, if you're no longer interested, better get a wriggle on. Places to see.
People that do.
Oh, Nick, you are wicked, but I'll be looking for something perfect for you.
Yeah, something with a nice deep moat, Celia. So I can drown her in it.
Another one there, Chris.
Stuff's supposed to make you happy, you know, Harry.
Didn't think it would take you long.
Sam, we have to talk.
There's nothing to talk about. Look, I just wanted to treat Mum. Have you any idea how long it's been since she's had a new pair of shoes, let alone a whole outfit?
I thought you wanted the farm back.
I do.
No, are you sure you didn't put it in the too hard basket and make it someone else's problem?
If we wanted to do that, we could have walked off the place 2 years ago before Dad refinanced. Have you any idea how hard we struggled to try and make the place work?
Why didn't you walk off?
Because it's not about money. It never was. When I was a little tucker, Dad would put me on his knee, we'd motor around the place on his tractor. The farm is all I've ever known.
It's just that people have got a lot invested in you, Sam. You know, Sergeant Croydon, he's down $750.
We're not planning to let you down. You're just going to have to believe me on that.
Yeah, to have gone to all that trouble, it would have to be something pretty valuable.
Well, what would Sam and Mary have to hide? Until the auction yesterday, they were flat broke.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Your mate Sam's been on quite a spending spree. Watches, clothes, jewellery, you know it.
Well, at least $3,000's worth?
At least 4.
How'd you go on the door-to-door?
Maggie's finishing up in the last couple of houses.
Where would they get the money from? You said yourself the land was worthless.
Yeah, worthless in terms of paying back the bank, but they must have had some income.
Well, if it wasn't enough to cover the loan, there'd be no point giving it to the bank, would there?
So they stashed it in the bottom of my clock.
Except why would Sam allow the clock to be sold if there's cash in there?
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it wasn't Sam who put the money in the clock.
Mary.
Mary? Well, that might explain why she was so upset when the clock came up for auction.
So we're looking for a large sum of cash?
Possibly hidden in her hotel room.
I'll get onto a search warrant.
I keep telling you I haven't got any money.
So what have you been buying all the stuff with? Fresh air?
What stuff? I don't know what you're talking about.
What is going on in here? What is this?
We have reason to believe that your mother may have been involved in a burglary at Sergeant Croydon's house.
Mum, this is nuts. Look, why would she break into the sergeant's place?
They recover valuables and money hidden in the grandfather clock?
Oh, now I know you flipped.
Well, where have you been getting all the money to make your recent purchases?
I haven't got the faintest idea what you're talking about. What purchases?
Sam, do you want a list of the retailers?
A few things for Mum, that's all.
We got a watch, 2 dresses, shoes, perfume. Do you want me to go on?
So, we're letting our hair down. Is there a law against that?
So where did you get the money from? It's more than what you would have got from the auction.
I got it from Grandad, is that all right?
Grandad. Mr. Harry Quinn.
He owed it to us. Look, he's never lifted a finger on the farm. So I put the hard word on him for some back rent, and he paid.
Come on, of course I didn't give her any money.
But Harry, are you sure you just didn't forget?
Look, after all that little tart did to me, I wouldn't spit on her if she was on fire.
Well, hang on, what do you mean after what she's done to you? Well, what's she done to you?
They told you.
No.
She's a lying little bitch.
Hey, PJ.
Excuse me, Harry. Yep.
509, a Constable Doyle advises that a neighbour says she's seen a young woman matching the description of a Samantha Chambers loitering outside the home of Sergeant Croydon. Receive that?
BKC?
Receive that, BKC.
Sam Chalmers around?
No, she checked out. She got her parcel from the safe, paid for the rooms and...
Parcel?
didn't say... Yeah, it was a plastic shopping bag with something like a shoebox inside.
Did you see the contents?
No, she didn't show me. Why, what's all this
What
about?
did you pay cash? Check? What?
Oh, it was cash. You know those old-style $20 notes that are printed on paper instead of plastic?
These are almost brand new, but they'd have to have been out of circulation at least 20 years.
No, you got something in common with them then, boss.
How do you know they're so old?
Well, look, see where it's got Commonwealth of Australia on?
Mm-hmm.
That hasn't been printed on banknotes since the early 1970s.
Right, OK, thank you. Well, it looks like Chris isn't the only one she's been giving the notes to. She's been passing them all over town.
So this shoebox thing's obviously full of these.
Oh, seems so.
What would Sam be doing with a shoebox full of old cash?
What indeed?
Well, obviously it hasn't been near a bank, otherwise they would have been destroyed.
What, you illegally acquired, do you reckon?
Well, why else would you keep it out of circulation?
What we should do is run a check, see if any large sums of money went missing approximately 20 years ago.
All right, I'm on it.
Sam would have just been a baby then.
Oh, she might have found it.
Well, the only person who can tell us that is the lady herself.
Well, Chris said she'll let us know if she turns up at the pub.
Well, why don't you go back there? She knows we're onto her.
What about a mum?
No, she doesn't know where she is. She seems to be fair dinkum.
I know where she is. Getting your dad to keep an eye on the cash, Sam. Haven't been up here for a while. Just tidying up his grave. Where's the shoebox? What? Shoebox? Look, I don't know what you're talking about. Come on, Sam, I know you've buried it. Leave it. Oh, please, Dash. You know I can't do that. Give me the shovel. Aren't we entitled to something after what those bastards did to us? It's not your money. They owe us. What, a few old banknotes? Is that all that matters to you now, is it, Sam? Well, why not? It's all that matters to anyone else. I don't believe that. I don't think you would believe it either. I'm getting the money back. It's going to take you all day. Come on, let me help. You got no idea what the last couple of years have been like for Mum. All the worry and stress. And the old tight ass has got 20 grand hidden away all along.
So you're saying that this money is your grandfather's?
He left the bank like 15 years early. Nobody knew why. There's always been this family legend about Grandad having some black money. Which he'd stashed in the clock. But I didn't know that until Grandad got out of his night in jail. As soon as he'd found out we'd sold the grandfather clock, there was like hell to pay.
So you knocked over Sergeant Croydon's house in order to recover the money?
No, wait, look, I don't knock over people's houses, okay?
So what happened?
Look, I knew it wouldn't take Grandad long to try and get his money back. So I just kept a close eye on him and followed him to the sergeant's place.
What do you got there, Grandad?
Hey, what are you doing? That's mine.
So it's true.
My money, give it back.
No way. All the years you've bludged off Mum and me, it's time you paid.
Can't go around taking other people's property. Give it back.
You reckon this is yours? Report me to the cops. See how you go.
You know what they say, Harry, confession's good for the soul. Now, are you going to tell the story, or am I?
There's no story to tell.
So, you're saying this isn't yours?
Never seen it before.
Yeah, well, your granddaughter says she got it from you.
Well, she's a bloody liar. Shouldn't take any notice of her.
1973, Harry. There was a major robbery at the Bendigo branch at the Vic Bank where you worked.
Nothing to do with me. Look, If I'd been a few minutes earlier, I would have disturbed them. I should have been a hero.
Yeah, you would have been a hero too, except 2 months later they caught the robbers. They recovered the $80,000, but $20,000 was still missing. How much money would you say is in that tin, Sergeant?
Well, including the money that Sam had already spent, $20,000.
$20,000 in stamped bundles. What does it say, Harry?
Vic Bank, 21,673.
It's a couple of days before the robbery.
Look, the bank couldn't prove anything, and neither can you.
Well, Harry, we've got the money. We've got your granddaughter's statement. And I'm betting that the prints on Sergeant Croydon's window will match yours. So why don't you do yourself a favour so we can tell the judge you cooperated?
Sam? You all right?
Yeah, Mum, I'm fine. Sorry about the money.
Oh, the money's not important. It never was.
Mrs. Chalmers, you must understand your daughter's just been charged with receiving stolen goods. You got that?
She won't go to jail, will she?
No, I wouldn't think so.
Thank God for that.
Here we go, Nick.
My own flesh and blood.
It counts burglary
How
and
can you
theft.
do this to me?
Don't talk to me about flesh and blood. You always putting money ahead of us.
That's rubbish. Money couldn't have done any good to the farm anyway. Tell her, Mary. Mary?
No, mate. This way. Come on.
The inspection's
All
tomorrow
right.
if you change your mind.
Congratulations, Nicholas. You're far too young and attractive to get tied down.
That's the
Oh,
nicest thing
man.
you've ever said to me. I thought we could move in together.
Could I have a word,
Yeah,
please?
of course.
This is rather embarrassing, I'm afraid.
Nothing to be embarrassed about.
Well, you know the cheque you gave me
Yeah.
the day for the clerk? It bounced.
Well, it couldn't have.
Well, I got the bank to double-check.
Oh, wait a minute. Susan's bond. I forgot all about it. I lent my daughter some money to pay a bond on a new house. And look, my pay goes in tomorrow. I'll write you another cheque then, okay?
Well, if it's all right with you, I'd rather have the clock back.
I thought you needed the money.
We do, but my mother gave it to us, and it's worth more to me than any amount of money.
All right. I'll give us a ring tomorrow and we'll arrange to pick it up.
Oh, thank you.
No worries.
You only got it wound yesterday.